Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to Ask the Nannies Recipes Galore. Today we are going to be making some cranberry blood orange bars. Now this is something that I usually cook around Christmas time only because, you know, it's special to the season to me. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to need and then we'll get started. First, you're going to need about 1 cup of, make sure I got the package up right, 1 cup of this white chocolate chips. Doesn't matter which brand you get, but you need some white chocolate chips. You're going to need 1 cup for inside the bars, and then you're going to need a 1/3 cup to sprinkle over the top. You're also going to need 2/3 cups of cranberries. 1/3 cup is for inside of your bars. The other 1/3 cup is to sprinkle over the outside of the bars once they are done. Okay? So 2/3 cups separated into 1/3 cup each. Then you're going to need some granulated sugar, which is the white granulated sugar. You're going to need 2/3 cups of granulated sugar and 2/3 cups of unpacked brown sugar, which means just kind of scoop it in there, measure it off. Don't pack it down up in there, you know. It's unpacked because it's a lot of sugar. Then you're going to need some 2 eggs and 1/4 cup of melted butter. We're going to melt this in a few minutes, but you're going to need 1/4 cup of melted butter. You're going to need, there's several things in here. You can see that brown on top. This is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I said soda, not baking powder, baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now I like to use my cinnamon stick. Hold on, I like to use my cinnamon stick and ground my cinnamon fresh because it tastes so much better and the flavor is stronger. But if you don't have it, you don't want to use it, the regular ground cinnamon in the little shaker bottle is fine. You're going to need 1/4 cup of applesauce, unsweetened applesauce. You can get the sweetened kind if you want to, but I just choose to use the unsweetened kind because there's so much sugar in here already. You're also going to need about a tablespoon of, let me show you what it is. It's called crystallized ginger slices, and you're going to need them chopped up real fine. This is a piece of ginger. It's a crystallized sugar, which means it has been boiled and soaked in sugar, so it's crystallized, but it is so yummy. Nice treat. But you're gonna need a tablespoon diced up. This is how I did. I cut them up. It's sticky, but once we get into the recipe, it'll separate. So you'll get to see that. And you're going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract for the inside of your bar. I will finish giving you the ingredients when we get to the frosting. I'll give you the ingredients for the frosting. I don't want to confuse you. So we're going to put all of our wet ingredients and our sugar and butter in here. Let me melt this butter right quick in the microwave. Okay. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put my 1/4 cup applesauce in here in my bowl. My 2 eggs. Putting those in there. Putting my 2/3 cups of brown sugar and 2/3 cups of white granulated sugar in my bowl. and my 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, add that first. Get our melted butter. I'm gonna mix this up before I add this butter so to give it time to cool off. Now you're gonna mix this. I'm using my immersion blender. It came with an attachment with the, let me show you, with the wire whisk. So that's what I'm using to whip this up right quick. Now I'm gonna add my butter to this so that, and I'm gonna turn it on low because this is very hot. And I don't want it, you don't want the butter to cook your eggs. Okay, let me show you what I have going on in my bowl. You can see that. That's my butters and my sugars and my vanilla all up in there. Now, next I'm going to add my ginger and I'm going to slowly add my flour and mixture in here. You don't want to dump it all in there at one time. Just mix it up a little bit at a time. Now, we're going to mix this up. Okay, we're going to add some more flour. And our dough is going to start forming soon. And then I'm going to have to switch over to my spatula. Let me show you what I have going on in my bowl. It's still kind of runny, just a little bit runny. But we're going to add the rest of our flour and put it in there. Okay, now, this is a point where you go from your whisk because it has thickened up. I know there's a glare on there. It has thickened up. It's just a little bit. But after we add all of this, we're going to pour it onto our pan. I put parchment paper in the bottom of my pan so that when this bakes, the bottom doesn't get too brown before the top is finished cooking. Line this up. Now, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put our cranberries in. I'm gonna grab my spatula so that I can stir this in. These, when I get through stirring, I'll let you see what I'm doing. I like to show you what I'm doing every step of the way. So when you make this for your friends and family, you'll know that it's what it's supposed to look like. We have our cranberries are in, and now we're going to add our 1 cup of chocolate chips. I mean, our white chocolate chips. And we're going to stir those in. Now, this is what it looks like in my bowl. And I'm just going to pour it in the middle, and then I'm going to spread it out over the bottom of my pan. Because you want it spread out evenly. Now, a little trick to this, to get it to spread out evenly and not stick to everything, is to use some cooking spray on it and on the back of your spatula or the front of your spatula. And if you use a little cooking spray on there, it keeps it from sticking to the dough, which is what I always do. So I'll spray the back of this. I'm spraying it over my pan so I won't get it everywhere. So now I just push it down like this and let my parchment paper form to it. We're gonna put this in the oven and let it bake at 350 degrees for 10 to 14 minutes. You don't want to overbake this or your bars will be very dry. It'll be more like cookies instead of a moist bar. So I got this about done. I'm gonna set this aside for now, and I'm gonna show you how to make the icing. So what you're gonna need is a half a cup of white powdered sugar or confectionery sugar. I already have that in here. You're going to need a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to pour that off in there. You're going to need 1 8-ounce container of cream cheese. All right, there's the cream cheese. And you're going to need some orange zest. Now, hello Teresa, I like blood red oranges. You do not have to use blood red oranges. You can use regular oranges, but blood red oranges have a little slightly different flavor to their on the inside and the zest. I'm going to take my microplane and I'm going to zest this orange. And when I say zest, that doesn't mean we're going to take the white part, just to rub it over your microplane. And you probably have to, let me rub it on this side. There we go. But it's going to give it a nice citrus flavor to your icing, which is going to go over your cranberry bar. And it is going to be so yummy. Now, I'm going to use this orange in one of my jam recipes today. I'm going to use the inside of this orange. So, just because you took the skin off of it, the zest off of it, does not mean that orange is not good anymore. It's still going to get used. Now, let me get my fork, and we're going to whip this up together. Let me show you what I have in my bowl. And we're going to whip this up. And we're done. Can you see that? Okay. That is what it looks like. And here are your instructions. Okay? Once you bake your bars 350 degrees for 10 to 14 minutes. Set your timer for 10 minutes. If you have a fast cooking oven, then you need to make sure that you check it often. Now, also, once you take them out of the oven, let them cool completely, or else your icing is going to melt right into your bars and it will taste good, but it will look a hot mess. So if you're going to take these and share this with somebody, let your bars cool completely. Give it about an hour before you put your icing on there. Once you put your icing on there, you're going to take your cranberries and you're going to sprinkle them on top evenly. Just sprinkle them on top. That's why they're cut in such little small pieces, because you're just going to sprinkle them on top. Sprinkle them evenly on top. You're going to take your 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. put it in a glass bowl or ceramic bowl and put it in the microwave and melt it. Once you melt it, once you have your bars coated with your icing, and then you sprinkle your cranberries on there, you're going to take a spoon and just kind of whisk it over the melted chocolate so it looks like little stripes. That is it for today. Hello, Doris. Thank you for joining me. How are you? Now, that is it for today, and we will see you all next time on Recipes Galore. If you make this recipe, please post a picture of it on Facebook or on Instagram and tag me. I want to see what you're making, okay? I love to see what you all make, and please tag me. Now you can find this recipe and other delicious recipes on my channel, youtube.com/AskTheNanny. While you're there, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when new recipes are posted, and like and comment. If you have suggestions, if you have requests as to something that you would like for me to cook live online, send it to me. Send me a private message on Instagram, or send me a private message on Facebook, and we'll get it done. I do requests, so just let me in. I will see you all next time on Recipes Galore. You all have a great day.